out there scouting bear. I don't know if you guys see my pages and stuff, but we had a bear that was around our camp, right? And so I ended up deciding to fucking go and track it down.
Now, Tony Ferguson versus Bobby Green, a very emotional fight for a lot of you. Tony Ferguson, I think the heartbreak will continue. I know, dude. He looked good against Michael Chandler in the first round. He looked very good, and I like Chandler a lot, and I was a bit, I did not like seeing Chandler being dropped by Tony. But when Tony, of course, he got knocked out cold, like really cold. He was down for so long, it was pretty bad. Then he had that fight against Nate Diaz, and man, he was losing 3 rounds and losing 30-27 to Nate Diaz, and then being submitted in 2023 or 2022, whatever. It just does not look good, you know. And Bobby Green, he had that fight against Jared Gordon that was stopped because of a headbutt. He didn't look very good, but he didn't look terrible. He outstruck Drew Dober before that. He was winning the fight until he wasn't, until he got knocked out, but he did not get knocked out bad. He seems motivated. And I do think Bobby Green is gonna win. I think the pain for the Ferguson fans will continue. If Ferguson wins, I'll be happy for you guys. Personally, I'm not his biggest fan, to be honest. Whatever. Now, Thompson versus Pereira. I do see Stephen Thompson just winning this fight, outstriking Michel. I mean, he did look very good against Holland. He did lose the first round, but after that, he just took over the fight, made Kevin Holland quit, or maybe the right hand. I don't know, but Kevin Holland knew he was not winning that fight. I think everyone knew that at a certain point. Pereira can't be as crazy against Thompson as he usually is. He has gone back a bit on the craziness, but I still see him gassing out. It's in Salt Lake City, and I think Thompson is gonna win 29-28 probably. And oh wait, I completely forgot, for Ferguson versus Green. I see Bobby Green winning 30-27. He might get him out there late, but if I had to bet my life on it, I would say 30-27. Now, Jan Blachowicz versus Alex Pereira. Man, this fight should not be close, brothers. This fight should not be close. However, Jan has said he wants to strike with Alex, and if he gets caught by that left hook once, it's lights out. We all know that. If he just grapples Alex, he wins 100%, and I do think if Jan fights intelligent, he should pick this up easily. He should pick up a 30-27, maybe a submission. I know Alex trains with Glover, but I just don't think it's enough. Jan's grappling is just so much superior, but he said he wants to strike. I hope he's trolling us, because Jan is a certified Giga Chad. I hope he just grapples and doesn't do dumb shit. I could see him maybe standing with Pereira for a minute or two and then grappling, then I still see him winning. But if he decides to strike with Pereira for a whole round or even more, it is gonna be dangerous and he could get knocked out. That being said, I'm betting on Blachowicz. By decision or submission, I would pick him by submission under the assumption that he grapples. If he doesn't grapple, he is probably gonna get finished by Pereira. Now, Michael Chiesa versus Kevin Holland. Striker versus grappler, what is there to say? Kevin Holland could easily outstrike Michael Chiesa. I'm 100% confident about that. However, Michael Chiesa is, I just think it's gonna be not a very spectacular fight. I think Chiesa is just gonna wrestle fuck Kevin. He took down Dos Anjos 6 times in 15 minutes. There's no reason for me to believe that he won't take Kevin Holland down. Kevin Holland probably worked on the grappling after being ragdolled like that by Hamzat, but I just don't think it will be enough. He has been, like, Chiesa has been doing this grappling thing for a long time. I don't think Holland's gonna be able to hang in there. On the feet, if he catches Chiesa, he could finish him. And dude, I fucking hope Holland wins. Okay, don't get me wrong. I sound like I hate Kevin Holland right now, but I'm actually a fan of the guy. I do want Kevin to win. I don't think he will win. There is a possibility, but I just don't see Kevin winning. And for me personally, he's clearly an underdog. Let's hope he can prove me wrong. Okay. Derek Lewis versus Marcos Rogerio de Lima. I don't really want to make predictions for the whole prelims. I'm just gonna do this fight, and then we're gonna jump onto the main card. How do I see this fight going? Simple. I do see Derek Lewis losing and being finished. I certainly hope that this fight doesn't go long, because man, 3 rounds of heavyweight at elevation can be really tough. Derek Lewis lost like 4 out of his last 5 fights. Marcos is on a 2-fight winning streak, and I'm simply gonna say Marcos wins, unless he gets caught big by Lewis. He could get caught big, and I could be very wrong here, but I do think he finishes Lewis, and he could even get him out early. Now, for the main event, Poirier versus Gaethje, two of the hardest names to pronounce in my opinion. And man, this is gonna be a banger. I think we all know that. And these two guys are literally the same. Have you ever looked at their careers? Like, they fought Khabib, and they were both submitted by him. When they fought Charles, both of them dropped Charles, and both of them ended up getting submitted. Now each of them is on their last title charge. Justin, I'm pretty sure he has said it once that this is his last title run. I think if Justin loses, I could see him retiring. Maybe he will miss like the chaos and the wars, but it could be that he retires. Same thing with Dustin. I think if he loses, he might retire here. He already was questioning whether he wants to do this after losing to Charles. And losing to a non-champion, I think, could very well make him retire. The winner is gonna face Islam Makhachev. I am from the future, you guys should know that, and I do know already that Islam Makhachev beat Charles again in Abu Dhabi, and these two guys are gonna fight Islam. Not these two guys, the winner of these two. They will also lose to Islam, I also know that. Volk will also lose the rematch to Islam. I just wanted to inform you about that. Certified lightweight gold, Islam Makhachev. That being said, who wins this fight? I don't know. I think skill for skill, Dustin Poirier is better. He won the first fight, of course. However, there is the Salt Lake City effect. It's at elevation, so both of them could gas out quicker, but Justin trains at elevation. So in terms of cardio, I do favor Justin, and in terms of toughness, I also favor Justin. So who's gonna get it done? Man, I see the MMA community is split on it. Some people are picking Poirier, some are picking Justin, and it really is a 50-50 fight. I'm just gonna go with Poirier right now. I might change my opinion later. Yeah, I'll go with Poirier. It just feels like Poirier is gonna do it. I don't like the elevation factor. I could see Justin dragging Dustin into a war, and I think Poirier is like, he can go to wars. We've seen him go to wars, but man, it's such a tough fight to pick.
Smash like this is #1 bullshit.